What up, y'all? This your boy Jinx right here, like no other. Jinx like knock on woods. This here is the solution. If you ain't know already, I'm starting a movement right here, American Peace. I ain't got to do it a whole 100%, but I'm doing my part to make it a little better. Check me out. You know I got a solution. I got the solution. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I got solutions. Whether you want to admit it or not, you know I got them. So check it out. I already talked about on my second video, I already talked about the truce. And I looked the meaning up. I told you in the video. I looked the meaning up. I wasn't satisfied, but since I put it out there already, I just decided to go ahead and go along with it, and I stand on that. So what a truce is basically is like when you have an enemy, you got beef, you got problems, differences with somebody else or other people. You call a truce, and y'all temporarily, that's the part I didn't agree with. Y'all temporarily put your differences aside, your beef aside, and you work together for a cause. The cause here, the movement here is to break American peace so we can all have a better tomorrow, a better future. So what I didn't like about the temporary, because I kind of, I prefer that it go on forever, that we do that. But this is what I wanted to point out. Temporary can mean 2 years. Temporary can mean 22 years. Temporary can mean 122 years, 1,022 years. You get what I'm saying? So the truce could still outlast you, even if it's temporary. So that's what I want to do. I want to, look, check it out, man. If you got somebody who you just can't stand, you just hate with a passion that you would never, ever get along with, you would never call a truce with, that's the type of people that you just need to stay away from. Just don't be around each other. And look, even if it's beef, think about it. It won't be beef because y'all won't ever come around each other again to act on the beef. Because we don't need the action behind the beef. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. You can say what you want to say. Sometimes, there is a such thing as abuse with the tongue. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get into that a little bit. But, action is a whole different thing, you know what I mean? Something really bad can come out of that you ain't even intending to do, even if your intentions was bad. So that's why you want to, as you're a grown-up, you want to kind of think before you act, you know what I'm saying? And if you're doing something positive, then go for it. But if you're doing something negative, come on now, think about it, slow down. Maybe it ain't worth it, you know what I'm saying? So, this right here, I'm bringing the truce back in case the people ain't get it yet. And this right here is the Truce Trip. So come on, take this walk with me. This is a Truce Trip right here. You can call it the Truce Route, Truce Trip, the Truce, whatever you want to call it. But this right here, I'm starting the Truce Trip. So come on, take this walk with me. So I wanted to talk, about truce and about, how beefs even start. And, this right here is the solution. So I got the solution to go along with it also while we talking about it. So look, think about it, right? In this world, you got so many different kind of ways to be abused. Now, I looked it up. It's 6 different ways. Off the top of my head, I can name 5. But the 6th one did give me some clarity, too. So I want to discuss that with y'all, you know what I mean? Now, think about it. Out of all the ways that you can be abused, there's only like 1 or 2 that you can actually, that's like breaking the law, that you can, call the police to come handle for you or whatever. But what about the other types of abuse that nobody ever gives credit for? But when you do something to somebody, a person reacts to what you do to them. You know what I'm saying? Every action causes a reaction, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just blame somebody off of the reaction that you got from the abuse that you got. You know what I'm saying? That abuse that you got has to come accountable somehow, some way also. So I think that it's, certain people that know, like, it's lines that you don't cross and it's unspoken of. Well, what I want to do is I want to make it outspoken. I want to make it more outspoken so people could really realize what they be doing out here in this world. And if you acknowledge it, and if you're a part of the movement to make the world better, then you can know what you're doing and you can stop doing it because you contributed into making the world better. You don't want to be the type of person that's making the world worse if you're in a movement to make the world better. You get what I'm trying to say? So, I give you an example. Like, look at it. If you ever seen Menace to Society, You know what I'm saying? Samuel L. Jackson was Kane's father when he was younger. Yeah, he gunned dude down at the table for calling him a bitch and telling him to suck his dick. Now, excuse my language, but that's what's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you got people just freely just suck my calling you a B word. You know what I'm saying? Just freely doing it. Like, to certain people, it's guaranteed actions that come along with being called out of your name like that, disrespectfully, you know what I'm saying? And playing around like that, some people don't get down like that, and you just gotta respect that person if you got love for them. Now, what's love? Love is respect and care. If you love somebody, you respect them and you care for them. You can't be saying you love somebody and you don't care about them, and you can't say you love somebody and you don't respect them. So let's get this right, people, for real, because I'm only saying this stuff to the people who might not know. You know what I'm saying? Because we say we know it, but we act like we don't know it. So let me run down a couple of things that is considered real abuse. Now, we already know about physical abuse, right? Domestic violence, right? We already know about that one. That's the one that you can go to jail for. It don't matter what happened. This person hit that person, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But what about the other forms of abuse? So you got verbal abuse, right? In other words, you could say emotional abuse. You got mental abuse, right? In other words, you could say psychological abuse, right? You got financial abuse. Financial abuse, for real. In other words, economic abuse, right? And I really want to speak on that, but I hope y'all get my drift off what I'm saying. Financial abuse, when somebody is, head of a company or the boss man or something like that, that do not give them a right to just disrespect you and be calling you out your name and be treating you like you a little boy while you at work. You gotta be professional, you know what I'm saying? Because then if I react off that, or if a person reacts off that, you can't get mad at a person how they react. Your job is not to come here and disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to just let me know what I gotta do, and my job is to do what I gotta do as a grown person, as a worker. You get what I'm saying? But this world that we live in now, it's like, if a person got higher authority than you, or, you know what I'm saying, got more rank or seniority, they feel like they can disrespect you. Nah, we still grown people out here trying to do what we got to do. We come to work. There's a such thing as professionalism. There's a such thing as, you got to go by protocol. There's certain things that you got to go by. And it seems like nowadays, I ain't going to even say nowadays, it seems like people just don't care. They just feel like they can treat you how they want to treat you, and if you react to it, oh, you soft, oh, you can't handle it. What? Then they ask you to not bring your problems to work. But what about when you bring your problems to work and you the boss? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ask me to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And if you do it, what's the consequences that come along with it? I'm supposed to just take that? But that's abuse, though. What's the difference from you abusing me in that way and somebody going up your head, and then it's called physical abuse? Okay, but then you got cultural abuse also, and that's the one that I knew about, but I didn't recognize really off the top of my head as like abuse like the others. So cultural abuse, like identity abuse, and that's basically like racism or prejudiceness. You know what I'm saying? That's when you hate somebody over something that they can't change, like their race, you know what I'm saying, the color of their skin, or you mistreating somebody because of the color of their skin, which I never understood, because I didn't choose to be this color, and you didn't choose to be your color. The shoe could easily be on the other foot, the shoe could easily be on the other foot, you know what I'm saying, but that's just something I never understood. And then you got prejudiceness when, somebody hates you because maybe you're a part of the Cadillac Club and they're a part of the, Toyota Club. And it's like, oh, we hate Cadillac. Oh, we hate Toyota, stupid stuff like that. People would choose to hate each other about, or, I'm from the west side and you from the south side, so we automatically hate each other. It's automatically a war. No, please, we got to stop doing this stuff. Like, man, all of these different forms of ways of tearing us apart, it's ridiculous, because some of it they not even doing to us. We doing to ourselves, and it's just, come on now, we got to wake up. We got to be smarter. So back to the Truce Trip, right? Okay, so let's just call this the 3 strikes and you're out rule, right? So I wrote down a couple things because my thoughts be all over the place, so sometimes I had to write them down so I can get it right. So just bear with me, people. I promise you, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's just me by myself doing it all on my own, so work with me. So as far as everything I just spoke about, how do we deal with that? What is the solution? So I want to put unspoken rule on this type of disrespect. I want to make it outspoken. I want people to know the consequences that come along with doing these things. And also for the people who is getting done too. So, like I said, there's lines that you don't cross when you interact with somebody else, and there's unspoken rules to how it goes. So let's take the truce route and make it out loud in plain English. So what I want to say is, you know what I'm saying, this goes for all men, women, kids, no matter what your title is, no matter what authority you feel like you got, it still don't give you the right to abuse somebody. You know, and I don't want people to get I don't want people to get outrageous with it, and you know what I mean, take it for granted and then take the whole thing as a joke. I want people to take it seriously and like really recognize, you know, when abuse is in the air. So let's talk about like certain situations, like every interaction that you have with somebody, right? Now, if you're around somebody and you know it's love there or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but you can't have certain conversations because certain people don't know how to handle certain conversations like adults, you know, or just caring, or you know, more thoughtful, you know what I mean, or you know, things like that. People just get outrageous with the disrespect. Like, you know, you have a disagreement about something, respectfully disagree with somebody about something, and then they get to, you know, the sign language. We know the sign language, right? You know what I mean? Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. We know the sign language, right? And women don't only do that, men do that too. Men do sign language too. So, you know, you have a disagreement with somebody and they disrespectful you, calling you stupid, calling you, you know, it's a difference between saying you sound stupid and calling somebody stupid. It's a difference between, you know, saying you acting like a girl and calling you a girl or the B word or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's disrespect. And if you feel disrespected by somebody who you having a conversation with, guess what? Call a truce. Call a truce. Hey, look, truce. This is truce. Look, truce. You know what I mean? And you wait for that person to stop, and you wait for that person to acknowledge it, and you give that person a chance. Now, on this hand, the person who calling the truce, you either give that person a chance to fix, you know, the disrespect, or you walk away. You just discontinue interacting with that person. Now, the person that you calling the truce on, they got a choice to make too. They can either stop talking, they can apologize, or they can discontinue the conversation themselves too. They can try to ask a question to figure out, like, you know, how did you feel disrespect? Why are you calling the truce right now? Look, this is the first truce right here in this conversation that we're having right here. And let's say you continue the conversation after, you know, let's say it's dealt with appropriately, and the conversation continued, and they continue to do it. You goofy doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Look, truce, look, truce. I don't like the way this conversation going. You disrespecting me right now. It ain't that serious. That's the second truce. Now you got a choice. You walk away, you forgive that person apologize, try to figure out how they can fix it, or they can walk away. Now, if you continue the conversation and that person do it again, and you call a third truce, 3 strikes, you're out. Now, we only got 2 options. We either fight right now, because if you don't respect me enough, then let's duke it out and see who deserves the most respect. One-on-one, we ain't trying to kill each other or nothing, but basically we just trying to show each other who can beat who up, who got the most authority when it comes to, you want to disrespect me? Okay, this is what comes along with that disrespect. We gotta fight it out. And if I win, then you gotta stop disrespecting me. That don't mean that I'm gonna disrespect you just because, but you gotta stop disrespecting me, or we gonna do this every single time. Or the second option is y'all walk away, give each other some space, discontinue talking to each other, interacting with each other altogether. Point blank period. So that's what it's going to be right there. And the truth, if you call, let's say you call 1 or 2 truths with somebody in the middle of a conversation, and y'all just walk away, discontinue the conversation. Don't hold on to that grudge, you know what I'm saying? If it's real love there, you just know what things you can and can't talk to them about, you know what I mean? But hopefully you want to give a person a chance to, they learn and learn from their mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So no, it ain't, the second truths don't continue on 2 days later, you know what I'm saying? After that conversation over, then that conversation over, you didn't get 3 strikes. So that's what I want to put out there. I want to say, you know what I mean? Like, come on, people, let's start realizing what we're doing. Let's make this movement work so we can come together, have a better tomorrow for me, for you. I mean, come on now. Who wouldn't want to have a better future? You know what I'm saying? Do you love yourself? And if you don't love yourself, because we know it's people out here that do that, you know what I'm saying? We know it's evil people out here who don't care about nothing good, you know what I'm saying? So we just got to keep them away. We got to stop praising the negative people and then, you know what I'm saying, outcasting the positive people. We got to start rewarding the positive people, and we got to start pushing the negative people out the way. We got to just let them be on their own. We got to do this ourselves, and I need as much people as possible to participate. It's like a football game. It's like a basketball game, you know what I'm saying? If you agree with anything that I'm saying, look, it takes a whole team to have this game going. It takes people to start this game, you know what I'm saying? We got to have 13 people on this team. We got to have 13 people on that team. Look, all I'm saying is if you agree and you think that we can have a better future, it starts with you. And we can possibly do it. We can possibly do it. If you got somebody that you love in this world, you don't want to see them safe, you don't want to see them more happy, you don't want to see them, you know what I'm saying, have a better future, enjoy what this beautiful world has to offer. This world has a lot of beauty that we can all enjoy if we stop beefing with each other so much, if we stop looking for reasons to hate each other and have a problem. We can enjoy each other. I've seen plenty of times a clique full of a whole crew full of people, and they don't all see eye to eye. They not all the same. They don't all like the same things, but they respect each other and they accept each other for who they are, and it works. And you can still have help, because it's horrible out here being alone. And look, we just all separating individuals. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be coming together. We're supposed to have groups. We're supposed to have communities. We're supposed to have things that we can do to just enjoy each other, not war with each other. I can't tell the difference between a friend or an enemy these days. Jesus Christ, could we get it right, people? So I want to put this out here. This is called the Truce Trip right here. Come on, let's take this walk, man. This is one way of taking that step forward to us to have a better future, a better tomorrow. For me, for you, for your kids, for your parents, for your loved ones, for their loved ones. It's something we got to do. We can't, if we go on the wrong route, when do we realize we go on the wrong route and we stop and we turn around and try another way? I promise y'all I won't let y'all down. But if you don't like my way after giving it a wholehearted chance, then what's the worst that can happen? We just go back to doing the stupid stuff we doing now. Now, can you understand that? Please, feel me on that, people, because I'm at least trying. And I know a lot of people who want to do this, but they don't know how to do this. And I need a lot of people to participate so we can interact and grow and grow and grow across the whole country, possibly across the whole world, and give something a chance that ain't never been done before. Please. So all I'm saying is, you know what I mean? Let's do this movement, people. We can do it. I believe in you. I got faith in you. I love you. I don't even know you, and I love you. I hope you love me too, but if you don't, just stay away from me, please, because I ain't trying to have them type of problems. I got enough problems, even if I ain't around nobody. I got problems. You got problems. We all got problems. Problems ain't hard to find, but guess what is? Love and unity. Let's give it a shot, people. It's for all my people, not just my black people, not just my brown people, not just my red people, not just my yellow people, not just my white people. I'm talking about all of us together as one. The whole human race, mankind, earthlings. So, you know what to do. If you agree with anything that I said, Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up if you agree with what I'm saying. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. My number 773-230-1175. If you think that we need to work on that plan, but you agree with it, holla at me. If you disagree with what I'm saying, holla at me. Shoot me a text. Find me on Facebook. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hit the bell button because I got more videos back at you. All right, I'm gone. Love.